So, good morning again. Welcome on a webinar which we called Move from 2D to 3D, so to BIM, sorry. My name is Tomáš Nenvorsky. I am a Senior Technical Sales Specialist for AEC, Architecture, Engineering and Construction in Autodesk, based in Prague and being responsible for Eastern Europe. The goal of this webinar is to show you possibilities how to easily and affordably, as far as money are concerned, to move from 2D drawings to BIM as a low entry level for BIM. So please do not expect from this webinar that it will answer all your questions which I believe you have regarding to BIM. Again, the goal of this webinar is to show you how easily to transform from 2D to 3D BIM, which will obviously open another doors for subsequent growth and subsequent improvements. So, next one, what is the agenda? Agenda is, okay, let's talk what is the BIM. And what question you can have while going to the BIM path, to the BIM journey. Then next one will be I will show you how easy is to create 3D BIM model with our tool Revit LT. I will also show you how to share the project with other stakeholders, because obviously it's nice to have a 3D model with all information on your desktop within your office, but BIM is about connected workflow with other stakeholders, and I will show you how easy it is to share the data with other project stakeholders. Then let's have some discussion about references. So I will show you two references from small companies who adopted BIM. And then I will open the line for Q&A. So with no delay, let's jump into the topic. So let's talk about building information modeling. Very briefly, building information modeling is covering entire life cycle of the project, from early planning stage through the design up to the build stage and manage stage. And the goal of the BIM is to transfer the data as seamlessly as possible between among all these stages of the project. And again, our goal of today's webinar is not to cover entire portfolio. However, Autodesk is covering entire portfolio with many products, but we will focus on two products only, and you will see it in next slides. So if we are talking about building information modeling, you have data from different sources. It can be within the same company, it can be from different companies. So you have structure, architecture, MEP, and obviously building is always within the existing environment, which means infrastructure. And you are able to create a 3D BIM model which is coming from all these parts. Basically, you can aggregate all these information into the one source of truth. I'm calling this one source of truth. And then having a BIM 3D model, you can obviously can get out of it a lot of things. So for example, quantities, obviously documentation, deliverables, because at the end of the day you have to deliver documentation, 4D planning, which means X, Y, Z and time, but we can talk also about 5D planning, because it's about X, Y, Z, time and money. You can make a coordination of the model, because if the data are coming from different sources into one aggregated model, you have to check if the original models are, let's say, error-free, so if there is no clash between, for example, MEP and structure, and you have to solve it before you send the data on site. And as a byproduct, I'm calling it byproduct, is visualization, because as soon as you have a 3D model, you will see during our presentation how simple and easy it is to create really convincing and appealing visualization of your model. And not only this, you can connect your 3D BIM model to your to ERP system if you have anything like this in company. You can connect it to scheduling, so basically you can connect your BIM 3D model with, for example, Primavera or Microsoft project, or local cost calculation products which are really making calculation, of course, based on the local standard. So it's really interconnected all stages of your project, of your design, and importantly with different stakeholder, because you can see here on the left hand side they are designers, but it's a structural engineer, architect, MEP engineer, infrastructure engineer, and on the right hand side you can see it's touching with, for example, cost surveyor, it's about visualization, etc., etc. So it's really very nice, and I would say complex, but not complex in the way it's dangerous or it's scary, but in the way that we can cover a lot of aspects of your design. So if moving from 2D drawings to a BIM 3D model, you will definitely have better understanding of your design, because if you are moving from a 2D where the plans, section and elevation drawings are disconnected, you have BIM model where everything is interconnected and you can understand in aggregate model what's going wrong, which means you can coordinate your model and you can eliminate your mistakes, basically stuff which is happening while having 2D drawings not coordinated. If you have everything aggregated in one model, you can see very easily mistakes which are done by different stakeholders. You can coordinate now I received a message that people cannot see slides. Sorry. Viorel, please could you confirm that you cannot see my slideshow?
Hi Thomas, we cannot hear your slideshow yet.
Oh, sorry for that. Okay, so mistake on my side. Okay, sorry, but I didn't see any messages on chat. Sorry, you have to. Okay. Okay, sorry for my side. So I just checked if you can hear me, but now you could see me. You could see it. Is it correct?
Yes, it is correct. Now we can see the first slide.
I'm very sorry for that. Sorry for this mistake. So I will. Okay. So let's go back. So I was talking about model. I was talking here just to remind you about OneModel-oriented model coming from structure, architecture, MEP, and infrastructure. And then I was talking about 3D planning and scheduling. And here I was talking about changing the process from 2D drawings to a 3D model. And I stopped in coordination, so we can coordinate everything in one model, and very easily we can control the clashes. And obviously what is very important is if you have a BIM 3D model, it will help you, and you will see it in references at the end of the presentation, that people are claiming that everything they were able to deliver everything in time, and they had very important is they have control of the costs, which is obviously very important, because if the margins of your projects are low, so you want to have cost control, and you don't want to run over these margins, because then you are not making any money. So why BIM? So BIM is obviously something which is now getting very important, and the reason why it's important it's on one side that it is required by some owners or construction companies, and here I'm talking about experience from Eastern Europe, where, for example, Skanska, Lidl, Metro, and these companies, they are really requiring their projects in BIM standards. I have here also a picture which is, let's say, on the border between building and infrastructure. For example, Karavanke tunnel they are building. This is a connection between Austria and Slovenia. They are building new tube, and it will be required in BIM model. And there are also BIM mandates which are at this point in Western Europe, like UK, France, but it's coming also to Germany, in Czech Republic, Poland. So at this point, it's also, let's say, spreading to Eastern Europe. And what I would like to mention that these are, let's say, outside drivers outside of your company which are driving BIM, but BIM is also very important within the company, because if I mention, for example, cost control, elimination of mistakes, so these are the processes which are improving your job. And even without these mandates, without these requirements, BIM will help you to improve your internal processes and deliver better job in lower money, in lower cost, and you will see it later. So what is my message to you is that waiting for BIM mandates or waiting for something coming from outside, it's maybe strategy, but I am not sure if it's correct strategy, because in fact, if it's coming, then it's too late. And for example, can be this example of this tunnel, because one company, for example, in Croatia, they haven't adopted in, then they suddenly, they were asked for delivering some project in BIM, and they couldn't do this. So they had to skip this project, and they in fact lost a lot of money. And another point is that if improving your internal processes, you will make more money at the end of the day. So please do not wait until something is coming from outside, but start to improve your processes immediately. So let's talk about myth around BIM. So I prepared several slides because in many cases we are asked, okay, could you explain me this, that, and here I put together some slides which are referring to that. So myth number one, so that BIM is only for big companies and big projects. No, it is not true. BIM will help you, and I already mentioned it, calculate cost within the design, which is very important, and which will help you to have a control over your cost, and you will be on budget and on estimate time. And down here I have some quotation from companies, for example, architecture studio in Sheffield, so that they are able to get more business and win more projects while being on BIM. So again, BIM is for any size of the company. Even two people company can benefit from BIM because you have to collaborate from this outside world, and being on budget is obviously very important. Another myth around BIM is that BIM products are expensive. No, it's not true anymore. Here you will see the product which is called AutoCAD Revit LT. You will see it in next slides, and you will see the capabilities of this product. And this product, as I mentioned at the beginning, is let's say low entry stage for BIM, and you will be able to produce really quality 3D BIM models for very low cost because it's really affordable. And obviously you will get more information from our partners if interested. So next one. Learning BIM is time consuming. Obviously, you have to learn something. I don't want to tell you that you will start Revit and you will know everything. However, there is a lot of let's say learning programs related to Revit, and they are really short, quick videos which will explain you some aspects of the products, so you will be able to learn it very quickly. Another point is, and you will see it during my presentation, even though it's based on 3D parametric model, so there are big similarities or important similarities with AutoCAD, basically with the environment which you are working at this point, and your transformation to the BIM will be also easier due to this fact. Another point is that our partners are really helping to the customers to adopt BIM with their own programs, with their own trainings. So you will not be left alone, you know, fighting with the products, but we do have people, let's say, on site, they are able to help you with your project, with your pilot projects, and to move forward. And just to illustrate that products is really easy, so I had here one sales guy, you know, he was interested to see how his house will be looking when it's built. So he did his homework, he learned by himself Revit, and he was able to visualize his house even before build. So, and he was doing it by himself without no help from my side or anybody else. So another myth is that the productivity will suffer during the transition to BIM. Obviously, there will be a short, let's say, dip in your production because you will be learning something. However, people who really adopted BIM, they are claiming, yes, maybe during the first project, we were maybe a little bit behind, maybe on the same timeline as we would do it classical way. But first of all, we got much better results. I mean, as far as quality is concerned. So they were sure about the deliverables, everything was coordinated. But immediately from a next project, because during the first project they were learning, during the second project that they were claiming that the gains really overweigh the initial loss. So basically they were from second project, definitely they were getting, you know, they were getting not only better quality, but they were also getting faster as far as productivity is concerned. So without any delay, so I wanted to set up the stage, what is BIM, why you should move to BIM, and maybe, or better said, I hope that I was able to address some of your concerns regarding to BIM adoption, and let's have a look what Revit LT is offering and how we can help you with your design. So at the very beginning, I will be talking about one model, many views. So you will see that Revit is offering parametric model where all drawings, all views are connected, and anything what you are changing, for example, in layout is immediately reflected in cross-section view, in elevation view, and so on and so forth. And you will also see, and please look at it from even CAD perspective, how easy it is to define something within the Revit and how similar it is with AutoCAD. So here I have already walls on my building, and now let's do some wall. And you can see I am drawing object, which is the wall, and I have guidelines. So you see the lines which are helping you to position properly your wall, and as soon as you are moving to the wall, so you can connect it and drawing one wall, and you see that everything has been cleaned up, so you don't have to take care of this. So these walls are correctly connected. You have here dimensions very similar like in AutoCAD, and you can draw more walls. You can change using the dimension. You can change the sizes of your walls, and drawing here, for example, another walls. I want to escape. I want to finish here, and now I want to clean this part, and look how it's easy to modify it. So familiar tools like trim, extend functionality. So I can say, okay, I want to trim this wall, similar like if you are trimming AutoCAD lines, but here you are not trimming lines but AutoCAD objects. So sorry, AutoCAD Revit objects, and everything is clear. You can extend again very easily. I want to extend this wall to this wall. 2 clicks, done. Everything is very simple, very easy. Splitting tool, again, I want to delete internal segments because there will be some entry, so I will say only from here. And again, you see that these leaders are helping you to find proper location, and without any delay you have all things cleaned and smoothly done. So as simple as that. So I didn't draw again walls, but I draw, sorry, lines, but walls. Now I'm inserting the door, and it is not some block, it is intelligent object which is reacting as far as I'm getting closer to the wall. System knows, okay, I can place the wall because it has to be hosted by wall. You can change the direction, etc., just by simple clicking. And similar with windows, I can place the windows. I can use dimension lines to define the location that it's properly located in my building. So very easy, very nice, and what is really important, very simple to define something like this. So let's have a look. Let's create another view. So elevation. So you see here elevation symbol, and it's reacting. So as soon as I'm closer to the wall, he's offering me, okay, let's make an elevation view like this. So, and not only this, if I click on this, he recognized automatically what can be the extent, because he can see the neighborhood walls, and it's automatically edited the extension and of this view. And here I am in this extension of the view, and I can move in the view in section this door. But again, these views are interconnected, so they know about each other. So as soon as I'm moving something in one view, it's immediately reflected in all other views, which is very important. So let's have a look. Now I want to draw another wall. I click the source wall as a property, and immediately I'm creating another wall with the very same property, with very same conditions, which was the original wall. And using this way, it's very easy to continue to make a design. So let's have a look to this kitchen, and maybe I want to change this wall. And you can see as soon as I'm picking on this wall, it's highlighted in all views where I can see this element, this wall. And now I just tell to the system, okay, I don't want to constrain to the ceiling, and now I want to make it lower. And immediately, as you see, in all respective view, everything is automatically updated. You don't have to take care of this at all. System is taking care of this, and using this, all documentation can be updated. And the similar is to the sheets. So basically I have sheets, and these sheets, which are my drawing deliverables, they are automatically updated as well, because even the sheets are connected to the original model dynamically, and everything is connected. And now if I change something, I just can either print it or send it, whatever I want, and I am sure that my design is error or mistake free, because I don't have to take care anymore of updating this drawing. Everything is done automatically. And as we called this webinar 2D to BIM, just very briefly, how you can, if you have, for example, AutoCAD drawing, how easily you can start with this AutoCAD layout your BIM model. So you have some layout, so you can bring it here. You can tell, okay, this is everything in millimeters. I want to preserve the colors which are in the original drawing, and I have layout. Obviously, it's just AutoCAD underlay, but now I can very easily to start to design my building. So based on this AutoCAD layout, so what I can do, I can start to draw walls, and you can see as soon as I am going close to this underlay, this AutoCAD underlay, everything is highlighted, so I can snap on the points, which allows me very easily to draw my walls and other elements which are necessary. And you see in 3D immediately walls are done. Now let's insert doors, and again the positioning doors to the wall, specifying what is the direction, how it's opening, and you see everything is done in 3D. And obviously I can use, for example, dimension lines to do this. So now I go to the elevation 2. So I'm in next elevation, and what I can do, I can create ceiling, and very similarly, so I can snap on the objects on the underlay, and I have ceiling, and now having look to 3D, so my part of the building is done. So as simple as that is creating my 3D model. And for example, like in AutoCAD, in AutoCAD you can make some arrays, and here let's have a look that I want to create some columns. So you can see I will create column, so I can pick a column where I want to put it. I have to be obviously in proper elevation, and now I can say, okay, this one and this one is 1 and 2 columns. And like in AutoCAD you can create array. Here what I can tell to system, okay, now I have this distance and I want to repeat it, and creating the same array of the columns. And now I will just draw these dimensions, they are the same, and I will tell to system, okay, they will have to be always equal, which means now if I will move this column to this location, these distances will be equal all the time. So I just wanted to show you how easily you can start with your CAD drawing 3D model and move forward to the BIM solution. So we covered 3D modeling, obviously in brief. I don't want to say that we went deeply into this modeling capabilities, but I believe that you have idea how easy it is. Now let's talk about detailing, because in many cases people are asking, yes, it's nice, it has good 3D modeling capabilities, but what about detailing? I need to model details. Do I have to do everything? Do I have to everything model in 3D? And my answer is simple: no. Level of the detail depends really on you, and our software is allowing you to make decision up to which level of detail you want to go. And we have tools how to address detailing different way, because you don't need to model everything in 3D. And let's have a look what we can do. Now I will create new view, new drafting view, with defining obviously with scale. And what I will do is I will create 2D. I will use 2D detail components which are predefined, or you can create it, but they are predefined. So, for example, gypsum wallboard, and I will say, okay, the width or the sizes is this, and I will just simply use it as a start point for my details. So I am not drawing lines here, but intelligent parametrical tool is helping me to create stuff around, and so I can specify, you see everything is parametrical, and defining, you know, parameters of this break line, which is overlapping kind of this walls, like UI used to draw the details. And now I can draw just lines. So I will draw here a ceiling plane, for example, for my detail. And this is only line, so I'm combining, in fact, let's say, parametrical families with lines. So here is insulation, so again, parametrical family. Now, like in AutoCAD, I can say what is front, what is back, basically the drawing order, and I can continue to draw details. Very similar like in AutoCAD, so I can make text, so with leader, without leader, so basically it's up to me how I want to draw it, and, you know, fonts, etc. The similar like in AutoCAD. Yep. Another option is to insert some detail which you already did in some previous Revit model. So if you are working with Revit for some period of time, you already have library of details, and from different project you just can bring the detail which you have created there, and you can bring it to the new project as a detail. So these are the two ways how to create, let's say, typical detail. On the other hand, if you are CAD user and you have a lot of details already created in AutoCAD, we have also the way how you can bring these details in. So I don't want to keep the color, so I will make it black and white, everything will be millimeters. What I even can do, I can map a line width, so I can say, okay, if this is in some layer, I can do it in some line widths, and system will do it automatically. So from AutoCAD, it's also possible. Or I can use 3D model. So I did some callouts here. So I made the view on 3D model, but I want to have it in bigger detail. And now, in fact, I will overlay 3D model with my detailed parametrical tools, which you saw in the very first point. So I am, you know, putting this parametrical 2D tools on the top of 3D model. So setting up the constraints, and what can even happen that these tools will be reacting if I'm changing something in my 3D model. These tools will be reacting and changing. Here I'm just using lines which will not react, but this is something how you can make more details based on your 3D model. And again, remember, if I would change here my cabinet, so the size would be changed maybe, or I would add something, so even this detail view would be changed accordingly. And then maybe I have to react. If I draw some line, then maybe I have to move it, but 90% of the job will be automatically done. So this is how we are tackling the details. Visualization. Again, as I said at the beginning, what I'm used to say, that visualization is byproduct of 3D modeling, and you will see how easily you can create really convincing 3D views, 3D renderings out of your model. So I have just now a view to 3D model, and I can change very easily visual style to shaded or even to realistic, and we can go to the rendering options. And if we go to rendering options, you can say date and time, if it's summer solstice or winter solstice. So in winter solstice, in summer solstice will be nothing special, but if you go to winter solstice, you will see that it will change significantly. So maybe I'm interested in this rendering view. So it seems to me fine, but now I don't have materials, but I can add materials. For example, to the floor, I can go to the library and select the material which I want to assign to my ground floor. Obviously, I can assign it to any object on my model. So I will select, for example, wood floor. You can see here the image, how it will look like. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Seems fine to me. If I hit OK, you can see immediately that the material of the floor has been changed, and we can render it. Now I'm going to the rendering in cloud. So what we can do is we can send the rendering into the cloud, which will in fact allows you to continue to work on your project while cloud will generate rendering for you. And obviously in this case you don't need really powerful machine, because everything will be done in cloud, and you can continue to work. So you will just wait until you will receive the notification on your email that rendering has been done, and then you can open the rendering library and you can see, okay, I already did some rendering before, or I can check what I just did, and if I am happy with this rendering, I can download this rendering, or I can change the exposure, etc. So really, with power of cloud computing, you can get rendering very quickly. So it's not time anymore like before that you had to wait until your machine will generate some rendering, because in cloud there is hundreds of machines which they can share the job, and it can be done much faster, much quicker for you. So I believe that you understand that rendering or creating a real appealing visualization is very simple and very quick with our tool using cloud functionality. So we check the visualization or rendering, and let's now talk about the presentation, because you want to present your design. You want to show how your design is fulfilling the customer needs, and you want to show him how, or you want to show it to him very easy way. So you can switch shadows on off. So I have already shadows switched on because I want to do it. So I can switch realistic even, and if I have material assigned to my object, so it can look very nice. So now what I can do, for example, I'm not very happy with these walls, so I want to somehow highlight these walls. So, and similar like in AutoCAD, so in AutoCAD you would change some layer properties. So here I will change properties of wall, so, and I will just use different color. So very similar like in AutoCAD, so it will look differently, and maybe I'm happy with this appearance. This is something which I want to do, and I want to present my design this way. So and now what I would like to have, not only 2D view, but also I would like to have a 3D view of the same part. So I will switch to 3D view, and now what I can do and what I will do is I will crop my 3D view to the same position as I had my plan view. So I'm finding my floor plan. So, and now I will crop this shadow floor plan to 3D. So you see the 3D model is immediately cropped to this size, and I will show it in 3D. And I have what I had in layout, I have immediately in 3D with all details which I defined. Another possibility how you can present your design is to make color-coded legend. So we do have functionality which is called legend, and now I say, okay, space type, for example, I'm talking about room, and you can have a predefined color scheme. And maybe it's very important, everything is coming like in AutoCAD with templates. So depending on your template, you will have your own legend predefined. And now it's a room legend based on type of the legend, of the type of the room. But anytime you can change it, you can rename it, and you can work with this scheme. Yeah, sorry, with this legend, and to change this scheme. So maybe I don't want to do it based on name this color coding, but I want to do it based on area, because I'm more interested in area. So I can say, okay, this room area legend will be the name, whatever it is, and color will be based on area, and system will do some predefined color scheme. However, I can definitely redefine it. So what I can say is, okay, let's go by range, and now I will say, okay, maybe from 20 square meters to 40 square meter, it will be some color, etc., from 40 to 60, whatever I need, and immediately it's updated. And again, we are in Revit and everything is dynamic, so as soon as I will change, for example, the wall, not only that all connected walls are changed, but also legend is changed because room is bigger and color coding is referred to the bigger size, and I don't have to even think about this. System will do it automatically for me. So just conclude this presentation. Revit LT is allowing you to do a lot of different views, interconnected views, which can help you to present your design and make your deliverables, your documentation very appealing. And we are moving to the deliverables, to documentation. You saw that I can create different views with color coding, but now how to create sheets. And the goal of this part of presentation is to show you how easy it is to do it. So I have some layout of my building, and now I have some sections. So I have section number 2, which is on sheet A201, so you can see it here, and if I click here, it is located here, and you see that is section number 2. So again, it's connected, so I know in which sheet is and in which sheet it is and what number it is. So I can create easily new sheet based on some template, so I can preload some sheets with the sizes, with title block, similar like in AutoCAD. You have title block in your template, so you can load it, so you can redefine it, and as soon as I am defining, for example, name, it's automatically reflected not only here in name on the drawing, but as in Explorer as well, so that I can find it. So, and if I look to the room, so I will bring some view and I will put it here on my sheet. Simple, done. So I just brought some room and I know which one it is, in which scale, what is the number. And now I would like to show here this section. Very easy, so I will just go here and I will drag and drop it, and immediately you see that I have number 2, which is also here exactly, and I know in which sheet it is, so I don't have to take care of it. System will automatically connect these views and numbering it accordingly. So I can maybe modify the position, and now I want to bring in some detail which I created before. You remember that I created the detail of this cabinet and I want to place it here. It will receive number 3 and I have all information. As you see, this callout has also number 3 and that is in sheet A102. And for example, here I have a copy of a kitchenette wall, so maybe I'm not very happy with the name, I'm not happy with the copy, so I can rename it, and look what will happen. I will rename it Explorer, because copy is not very clever, so maybe enlarged, and you see, automatically updated on the drawing as well. So I don't have to even think about this because system will do automatically all tedious job for me. So this is how easy it is to create the deliverables documentation of your model, and I understand that the drawings are still a very important part of your job, and I just wanted to show you how easy it is to do it. What I want to also mention is that we are talking about Revit LT. However, you should understand that there is also Revit, we call it, maybe we could call it full Revit, which is also having a possibility to create, for example, MEP stuff inside, and then we are talking about the very similar functionality. Here is example, for example, of the legend, you know, so I'm talking here about this part where I can define the legend, for example, for ventilation based on airflow, etc. So it's I just wanted to show you that we do have another tool which might be a topic for the upcoming webinar, so we will see. And let's focus on collaboration. Basically, if you are creating your 3D model nice, but you don't want to keep it only on your computer, you want to share it with other stakeholders. So let's talk about BIM System Team, which is a project-based platform which enables you as a designer connect with engineer, maybe with construction site, and share the data on one platform, which is keeping also a version of documents, so creating different folder structure, and you can invite other stakeholders to the project. And also what is part of this BIM System Team is integrated viewer, which you can see here. So we have integrated viewer with all information, and not only this, all information are also available on mobile devices, Android or iOS. So you can share the data very easily with other people, and they don't need to install Revit or anything like this. They will have this information available within the Internet Explorer, which is very important. So this is, I'm just prepared for next slide, because really this is integrated with a large model viewer, and you can see here some screenshot of this large model viewer. So you have this building, you can make section, you have all properties available. You will see it in some short video later on. But what is also very important is large model viewer is not only for Autodesk formats, but we are capable of showing also, for example, IFC, etc. So basically there is more than 50 different formats which we can display and analyze over the web, through the web browser, which is very important. No downloads, no plugins, nothing like this within web browser. So, and this is something where we are going forward, and also what we have here, for example, comparing versions. So I told you that in BIM System you can keep the versions, so you can very easily in web browser compare the version 1, for example, and version 2, and you can see which wall has been moved, which door has been added, deleted, etc. So you don't have to do this, job like Sherlock Holmes, looking, okay, what was changed, this one or that one. No, system will show it to you. So, and let's have a look how team collaboration can look like. So we are here in web browser, in Web Explorer, and you can see you have different projects. You can archive the projects if you don't want other people can see it anymore, and you see all activities which are going within all these projects which are right now here. So you see that somebody uploaded some files, somebody makes some annotation, etc. So let's have a look to one project, and you can see that here we have very different file formats from Revit, Navisworks, spreadsheet, so we can basically host any file format which you wish, so which is making a really interesting file repository, and also with what I mentioned, capability of sharing files. So you can share just this file with somebody, even you don't want to even invite him, you want just to share with him this file, and if I will send him this link, he will be able to click on this link, and this model will be shown in his Internet Explorer, and he can look at it, and you can start to communicate on this model with him. And you can even allow him to download it on his computer. If you want, he can even download it and he can work with this. It's really up to you. It's your decision. System is enabling it to you. I can see here all activities and all details. So for example, here I have how many project members are here. So I have only 2 project members, and if I want that they have access to all files which are here, so I can invite him or other people. So I will send this message to this person, Cheeseman, and I can set up what is his role, because maybe I don't want that he is project admin, maybe he's just viewer. He can just look at the file, or he can edit the file. So you can see that you have editor, viewer, so you have all these functionality. Also, what is embedded is a project calendar where all people can see this and they can work on it. Here is discussion, so you can start discussion, and then everything is trackable. So you can see what discussion has been made, who sent what, and you don't have to go anymore to some email communication, know who did what and why. And as I mentioned, so we have this embedded large model viewer, and I have model where I can very easily make, for example, sections, live sections through my model, so this section can be rotated, and I see everything what I did in my model. Or not only obviously me, but somebody who I am working with. And I can walk through, for example, so I can go inside and I can walk through. And for example, here I have door. So I just want to isolate this door. I can see all information which has been added in Revit, for example. I can see also entire structure, and now I just showed, okay, I want to see all doors within my project, and the rest is kind of dimmed. I can make annotation, so I can make comments, so I can comment what's going wrong, so can we change this name, for example, of all, and I can save it. So, and the other stakeholders can have immediately access to this information here in comments. So I can set several comments, and just clicking on a number of the comment, I have all information related to this. And I can easily add another comments. I can see all sheets because we have, for example, Revit file with all sheets which we created, and I can measure, for example, distances, etc. So it's really dedicated for design and for exploring design, not having Revit. So, and we can look to the versions. So as I mentioned, I have version 1, version 2, so I can go through this and I can have a look. We can also look to the, for example, DWF file. And here what I'm showing is live preview. It's example how you can start communication with somebody else. You will open this live review, you will send somebody a link, he will open this on the second computer, remotely over obviously, and then he can join you for communication. And we have large model viewer, and also if I'm rotating, for example, my view, the other guy can see it as well. So you can see that in this case he can even see where is your cursor. You can see this red dot, and he can see where you are, what you are referring to, what you are talking about. You can check properties and all that kind of stuff which I already mentioned. So important, collaboration is very important, so we are enabling to collaborate on this project as well. And I promised you some references, so I have here 2 references from small companies. This is in fact what I'm used to say, one-man show. So Davey McEtron, so he's architect, and he started to use Revit LT because he found a big benefit of using it, because it's automating his processes, and he's spending much less time on the drafting, and he can invest much more time towards the design and designing better buildings. So, and also what is important for him, that he can easily show to his client how it will look like in 3D model, and creating convincing 3D rendering to show him what's going on. This is one reference. Another reference is a small company. They are structural engineers, and they are very happy with 3D modeling tool with in Revit LT, and they basically see everything in 3D, and it's giving them, as they are claiming, competitive advantage again. Again, there are other people. other companies. And here this is quotation from the president of this company, and here is another guy, principal engineer, and he is also claiming that they have far much better spatial understanding about what's going on, what they are putting there, and how it will look like, and again how they can present it to their customers, to the owners. So with that, I will conclude my presentation, and yep, I'm ready for a question. So what I would like to ask you is you have a chat window, so I would like to ask you to start chatting with me and putting questions. I don't see any questions so far, so yeah, no, sorry, there is question. Sorry, I'm just opening. I see. Hello, my name is Many disciplines use different units. The model 3D is affected. Well, obviously, you can you should have one. I mean, either in millimeters or centimeters, you should work in the same units. However, as I showed you, you can bring in the data, and if you are bringing in the data in different units, you can scale it accordingly. So if you know what were the original units, so you can do it automatically, or better said, system can do it automatically for you. What I would like also to mention as far as other disciplines are concerned, maybe you should understand we have also another product called Navisworks, which is maybe better tool, or it's far much better tool to aggregate the data, because there you can aggregate the data from different formats, not only using Revit formats, and there you can also define units, you know where it's coming from, and the system will automatically scale it for you. So is there any possibility to make a schedule maintainer on the objects from the model? So if I understand this question correctly, so yes, so we can specify what we call stages. So basically you can assign a construction stage, and then you can basically show the model how it will develop. But this is possibility of Revit. Yes, you can do this. You can assign kind of timing or stage in which it will be built. However, if we are talking about really scheduling, then again I would refer to Navisworks, where you can attach your model to really, for example, Gantt diagram, which means that you have, okay, this wall will be built from this time to that time, this ceiling will be built in different period of time, and then you can really make live simulation of your construction. And another advantage is that you can connect your 3D model with external tool like Microsoft Project, like Primavera, or even in Excel sheet where you have information when it will be built, and you can also, for example, compare what is planned stage and what is the actual stage on the construction, so you can compare even this one. Yep. So is there any plans for Revit to develop 3D perspective modeling? Well, in fact, I was showing that you can bring or you can start to draw a wall in 2D, but very similar way you can do it in 3D. So if I understood correctly the question, so for me it's easier to draw it in plan. However, you can start to do it in 3D perspective if you want. If we do presentation of structural part of the software, so yeah, we can do it. This is just a question of agreement which webinar we will deliver. So the truth is that I was focusing here on Revit LT for the architectural part, but next time we can maybe have a look to the structural part as well. different alternatives of the project in the same file, for instance, to have alternatives for the facades. Yes, you can do it because you can very easily to put together different Revit files. So you can link the different Revit files, and with the facade, what I would do, I would have one Revit file with one facade, another Revit file with different facade, and then just very easily telling to system, okay, at this point show facade 1, at this point show facade 2, and system will do it automatically for you. So answer is yes, we can do different variants, different alternatives of the project in the same file. If I can generate a material list from a BIM, yes, answer is definitely yes. We do have a very strong functionality which we call bill of material, which I didn't touch in fact during this presentation, but you can do it in Revit LT as well. So to get a bill of material out of, for example, wall, doors, basically whatever is element within your design, and so yes, you can do this, and maybe during the next webinar we will focus on this. So if I miss something, here is if I understand, yeah, if there are any plans for Revit to develop 3D axonometry modeling. So I don't know about this, let's say, future planning. I am not able to answer this. If you can exchange information between different software, for example, Revit and Plan 3D, yes, we can do this. So we can generate, for example, you saw that I can bring for example, DWG file into the Revit, so I can do it similar way from Plant, because Plant is based on AutoCAD, or I can create, for example, AutoCAD solids, and I can bring it inside of Revit. But then again, the question is if it's the right way, because I'm again referring to Navisworks, because Navisworks is the tool where we can aggregate the data, so where we can aggregate all information. So you can imagine that we can aggregate AutoCAD data, Revit data into Navisworks, and then, for example, what I can do, I can make underlay of Navisworks file into the Plan 3D. So in this case, I have one model which is aggregated model where I made some, for example, coordination, clash detection, etc. And then this model I can bring as an underlay, as a reference to Plan 3D. So it can be also the way. So my answer is yes, we can do it. The only question is how what you want to achieve during the workflow, and then partner is capable to propose you the best way, because there can be really several ways, and depending on your workflow, you can choose the best one. So I'm just waiting if there is more question coming. So if not, I will conclude this webinar. So maybe before I do this, so what I will do is just obviously you can contact me, and what I will just put here, which I didn't do, tomas.landvorsky autodesk.com, just giving you possibility to contact me, or obviously you can speak to the partners, and there will be follow up calls. So with that, I don't see any further questions. Let me check. Yeah. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you for your attendance, and thank you for joining this webinar. I hope you found it interesting. So you learned how easy it is move from a 2D to a 3D model, and I believe you understand that you can start kind of immediately to get involved in BIM and to move the right direction to have 3D model, and then to be able to share this 3D model with other stakeholders. So with that, thank you very much, and I wish you a good rest of the day and have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.